Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It is I, the Southern Gooner, Matt, in the building. Want to give a quick shout out to the chat. I see my man TJ Warren is in the building. Thank you, brother. And once again, thank you all for helping me get over the line of 1,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. With this symbol is in the building as well. I appreciate that, my brother. We got here today is in the building as well. Ian is in the building as well. Jason is in the building. And also Michael Uzaho is in the building. Hope I pronounced that right, brother. Thank you all for being up late tonight. If you're here in the States, and if you're across the pond, thanks for being up late with me tonight. Tonight, we watched that debacle tonight. And I had a little opening here, so I decided I'd put together a little something tonight. impromptu. And I wanted to get on here and I wanted to have a real discussion here about where we're headed. I was out of town working this weekend, so I was not able to do the watch along with Lee during the game this past weekend. But I saw people going ballistic. Oh man, we're here. We beat Bournemouth. We're back. This is the third. And the reality of the matter is, yeah, when we play teams that are inept, we'll probably beat them. That kind of says a lot about the team that we played Saturday versus a team from another league, and at a time when we're in a competition that we hadn't been in a while, and you run up on a team like Lawrence, and we watched from the first 5 minutes. Anybody who watched the watch along with us tonight knows that me and Ola was saying, "Yep, they're going to be on it tonight," and they never took their foot off the gas. There was a lot. There's a lot to unpack here with this game. Uh, First order of businesses. We'll look at this lineup. Let's look at this lineup. Why will this manager not do what's in the best interest of this team? And when I say that, I mean in the sense of, if Emma Smith Rowe, Reese Nelson, and Fabio Vieira was pretty much, you can almost say, because we've had injuries, they've been on form. Instead, he plays Trossard, who, by all rights, most people know I like Trossard. But Trossard shouldn't have been starting tonight. Well, why do you say that, Matt? Because Trossard is coming back from an injury. He's been missing the last couple of weeks. And you drop him into a game. What this was Arteta thinking, oh, we'll blow past this team and we'll be getting ready for City. And he found out tonight that doesn't quite work that way in Europe. Doesn't quite work that way in Europe. But this should be to no surprise, because Mikel Arteta does this. He does the same thing all of the time. This is probably, I don't know, maybe the 19th, 15th time we've seen him do this. Botches the team. And in doing that, he hurts Saka. We all saw what happened this weekend. That was the warning sign. That was probably, he needs to sit down for about 2 to 3 weeks. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Had he done that about 3 or 4 weeks ago, we wouldn't have had that happen. The truth is, he should have done it last year. But this manager, the arrogance, the stubbornness, the my way or the highway mentality of this manager cost us again tonight. He cost us again tonight. This manager cannot be counted on. I've been telling you all this for the last 2-3 years. This manager is not the man to get us to where we need to be. We have spent top dollar. What did we hear this summer? We heard we have splashed the cash, $100 million on Rice, 65 on Havertz, LMNOP, QRSTUV. We've had a field day. We are devoid of ideas. This team is run out of ideas. Well, why you say that? It's early in the season. We've only lost one game. We got another game coming this weekend. And if you think we're going to roll out there, no Saka, no Martinelli, none of the big guns, Nketiah, anybody? Havertz. If you think, I mean, what you just saw, that was lawns. We're getting ready to play the reigning world champions of football. We're getting ready to play the reigning, defending. And but Matt, we beat them in the Community Shield. We beat them in the Dinner Plate Bowl. We beat them. Man, that didn't really mean that was basically tune up and let's just get ready. Let's get ready. We have our work cut out for us. And I've been telling y'all that we are really not where we think we are. This league table has us fooled. This European draw had us fooled. You know, we were scuffling. We've been scuffling. We have been scuffling. We've been scuffling. And we it's just look at the Carabao Cup. 1-0. That's a warning sign. We've seen the warning signs. It's been here all year. It's been here all year, and now it is starting to really come to a boil. I mean, you look at what we've got coming down the pipe. We've got Man City, Chelsea starting to try to find some form of form. Sevilla. Some people look at the calendar and say, "Oh, well, Sheffield United, that's a win." Do we know that? Let's go back to the beginning of the season. Look at the beginning of the season. 2-2 Fulham. Nottingham Forest had the gentleman could have scored. There, you're looking at what a 2-2 draw there. Palace scraping by. I mean, we are not the team that we think we are. I told Lee and Kenny tonight in our back chat, we're naked, we're skint, and I'm not talking financially. We're skint on this bench, and I blame the manager, and I blame Edu. Edu and the manager have put us in this situation. Has put us in this situation, ladies and gentlemen. Ineptability to find quality talent. Ineptability to find talent that can sustain a run of form. Let me pose this question, everybody. What the hell is our backroom staff doing with our players to where they can't stay healthy? Why are our players always going down? We have a player. This is the analogy that I told Lee, and I said this during the broadcast to Ola. So let's say Partey, Martinelli, they come back, and there's someone else there. I can't remember who it is. I think somebody else is out there. They come back, and then whoever else is in the team gets injured. Guess what? We back at square one. We're right back at square one because we're so thin. This is why I was not a proponent of the Kai Havertz deal. Because this is exact reason. Because the money we spent on him, we probably could have got 2 or 3 quality players. That Madison, Basuma, the list goes on and on. And now ask yourself, let's just really look at this for what it is. Do we really think we're going to get Ivan Toney? We all want him, but do you really think we're going to get Ivan Toney? Wouldn't surprise me if he goes to Spurs. And I know that sounds crazy. It wouldn't surprise me. They need a striker. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Or Chelsea. It would not surprise me. Because ask yourself, are we going to put that kind of money up? let's get over here to these chats, y'all. I'm gonna try to manage both of this talking and chatting as well. So let's go down the list here. Where was I at here? All right, Jason Carter. We are a social media club. That is correct. Big up, Mike. Jason is again. What's up, brother? Down in Florida. I'll actually be down in Tampa towards the end of the month or going into November, my friend. Let's see here. Our recruitment thought Mudryk and Harris is worth 150 million. This is true. Arteta has to go. He shouldn't have been the manager in the first place. That's correct. Maddie, they saying it would be like AC Milan, man. Please, if you think, go look at that AC Milan team. Anybody who said that, go look at the AC Milan team in 2003, and you find the like for like talent. You won't find it. Trossard looked rusty, and Arteta will use his performance to bench Trossard for Eddie or Kai up top on Sunday with Martinelli out. You know what? Let me tackle that. Let me tackle that. And that's a great point. This is my dilemma and my one of my complaints with Arteta. So based off of the performance tonight, they'll say, okay, well, he's not up to snuff, he's not quality, he needs to come off the bench. But when he was on form, before he got injured, when he was on form, he didn't play him. This manager, and for it's quiet as kept now. You don't hear too many people bring this up. What's the last thing you saw from Florian Balogun in this team? He missed a shot on goal. Did we ever see him again? No. This manager, the way he treats certain players or players in this team is he treats players he treats them with a cold shoulder, man. And yeah, Trossard's gonna look rusty, brother, because like I said, he's coming off an injury. What he should have done was start with who he's been bringing on in these games to start, and then you bring on Trossard. Ease him into a game. I'm tired of seeing this work experience from Arteta. We need an experienced, ruthless manager. Shouldn't have had the job in the first place. Let's see here. 3 transfer windows in a row and will not buy this. This is fact. Will not buy the players that are required in the positions that are needed. He will not do it. I think Lee brought up a stat tonight that he hadn't bought one right winger or an out and out striker since he's been here. Not one. Not one. Darren, what's up, brother? Good evening. Good evening. Good morning to you, brother. Arteta needs to be sacked before the season runs out. Our season could be over by Christmas at this rate. Darren, me and Warren, we're looking at November. We think the season to be over with by November. Mid-November, this year is gonna be real rough. It's gonna be real rough. It's gonna be interesting when we get to the middle of November. Because it's gonna be real, real rough. Especially if soccer is down for a while. And based off of what I heard from Lee, from what he heard from his sources, it's not looking good. Not looking good. So, and we don't have anything, we really don't have anything to threaten people with. I mean, that's not a knock on Jesus, but Jesus by himself, Eddie and Ketia, out of form Trossard right now, out of form, trying to get himself back to up to speed. And if any one of those guys get hurt, then guess what? We are really, really screwed, Pablo, AC Milan is European royalty. Arsenal isn't. We are European bottle jobs. This is true. Arteta is the third most tenured manager in the Premier League, only behind Pep and Klopp. Inexperience cannot be used as an excuse. He's learning. We don't need that, and we'll take him a decade after after winning. AB, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? How you doing? I hope everything's going well over there in Sakakalaki. All right. December, I have really nothing to say that this train crash is waiting to happen. There's a lot more to happen yet. The Cronkies have a decision to make. Let's see what they do. This is fact. This is fact. This is fact. This is fact. We're gonna find out what kind of owners we got behind this with this manager as well. We're gonna find it out because the manager, he has to be looked at. We just signed soccer to a top dollar deal, top euro, whatever you want to call it. We just paid top dollar for a player. He's out. And I told somebody this tonight after the game. I said when he comes back, if this manager keeps doing this to him, he's going to ask for a transfer and move on. And why do you say that? Because he's not going to put his body on the line for a manager that's not winning anything. He'll go do that somewhere where he knows he can win something. And if you don't think that these players are going to start after a while, I think the first crack in the armor. It's just me talking to y'all now. I'm just talking. This isn't what somebody said. This isn't what I read. But I'm gonna tell you. I think the first crack in the armor with the players in Arteta came Declan Rice in that Tottenham game. I keep telling y'all, go back and look at that. That look that he gave Mikel Arteta said a lot. Sometimes you don't have to say anything. I could just feel, you can cut the tension with a knife. Him and Fabio Vieira. Fabio was on form, took him out. Look what happened tonight. Off form again. Whenever our players are on form, he doesn't. As a manager, you're supposed, if a player's on form, you kind of give him an extra push, to get him over the line. This manager, you can be on form and he'll pull you right out of the game. He'll pull you right out for several games for no reason, just to shoehorn Havertz right back in. Tata couldn't beat a Farmers League team. Yeah. This is what I told in my fan cam tonight. I don't want to hear anybody else tell me about this farm league. I don't hear anything else about this farm league because we got beat by some guys that had crops and tractors. That's what happened. We got beat by the mighty Lions. So, but Matt, they don't have Roger or De Bruyne. Yeah, they still got Pep. TJ, you better tell them they still got Pep. And they will have Pep in their step on Saturday. Because if you think this team ain't going to come out like a house on fire, considering that they've lost 2 in a row, worst thing could have happened. That they had 2 losses like that before they got to us. Well, I would have preferred a loss, and then we gave them a loss. But for them to get 2 losses before they got to us, you know what's coming this weekend. Arteta hadn't beat this man since he left. Outside, and I'm not. Don't give me this Community Shield, the dinner plate. We're not going. I'm talking when it counts. When it counts. Big up Sakakalaki. Brother Strasburg. What's up, man? How you doing, brother? So I try to tell some cocky Arteta sexuals that Lawns were a far better. Hey, bro, me and you watch French League. We know. We know. Now, trust me. When y'all go back and look at when we did the draw, I think me and Tony Clark Gunner did a reaction to it, and I said this won't be easy now. A lot of people, let me roll. Yeah. I knew once we going their way at Lawns was going to be tough. It's going to be tough, and you know what else is going to be tough, brother Steve? Going away to Sevilla. That is hostile territory. Well, you know what people say? Oh, beat them in the Emirates Cup. Okay. Well, by that right, we beat them in Emirates. Let's go to Spain and do it. People gonna find out this year, man. These Arteta sexuals and these powerhouse super fans, they are going to find out. Starting Sunday. The season starts Sunday, y'all. We've got some massive games coming down the pipe. Massive. 2 unbelievable finishes from Wahi and Thomason. Hey, that finish by Wahi, man. was absolutely world class. You know, you see players like that, and you make you wonder why we're recruiting finishers like that. I mean, is Eddie Nketiah taking notes of that? I surely hope he's sitting on the bench taking notes of that. If we get spanked by City, which is a good possibility, our morale will hit bar. But Darren, it's already the rock bottom. Don't let let me tell you something. Don't let this league table fool you, man. It's like I said, just go back. You played the clip on IG, and that's when I thought I was the only person that saw it, but then I saw that you saw it, and watch what I tell you, man. Don't get it twisted. There's some stuff going on in that locker room. People forget who manages City when talking about this match, and I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, as long as that man is over there, they're just every time we play him, it's gonna be pain. Going to be pain. Balogun was allegedly not good enough. Jesus Havertz couldn't beat a League One side. Exactly. The same man that was beating them left and right last season. 21 goals. Not good enough. That's what some of our fans were saying. What do we need him for? Get rid of him. We've got Nketiah in the room. Hold on, wait a minute. You know, when y'all on my channel, I got it lined up. Where is it at? You know, I got it lined up. He's in the room with no lights on. Can't see shit. I told you. This Nketiah. This weekend, I'm going to give you my score prediction in a little bit. Not going to be here too long tonight. But just hold tight. I got a score prediction for you. Depending on the soccer prognosis, our season might be over already for our long-term future. It might be best for Pep to really punish us on Sunday, take our medicine, and get Arteta out of here quicker. Let me tell you what's going to happen. We're going to lose Sunday. Go ahead and give you my prediction. We're going to lose Sunday. And I'm predicting 4-1. It's going to be a heavy defeat this coming Sunday. It's going to be very heavy. Tails are going to kind of turn up a little bit. People are going to kind of start noticing. They're going to kind of sit back and say, well, wait a minute. How far are we really from competing against City? A long way away. Even when they're bad, we're worse. I want people to understand that. Even when they're bad, we're worse. We're worse. We haven't even played Liverpool yet. And we know that's always up and down. I don't see what this manager. I don't see where he's going. He doesn't have anything clear. He's not defined. As far as I'm concerned, if it was me, I'd have him on. I'd go ahead and pretty much get ready to roll him out, man. I made the analogy for those who didn't watch along with us tonight. I brought up a point, and Lee just said, Roy Hodgson is a better manager than Mikel Arteta. And for those who want to challenge me on that, Roy has 13 trophies, and a few of them in multiple leagues. This manager, who had done jack shit, is running Arsenal Football Club. Just let that sink in. And as I stated to Brother Warren tonight, and we had a conversation, I told Warren, I said, Roy Hodgson can squeeze the life and squeeze the most optimum performance from his players. Look at what he did all those years over at Fulham. Kept them up. They and then look at what he did. What he's done with Palace. Palace was on their deathbed, and look what they're still hanging around. This manager gets $600 million, and what do we get? Sent back home with our tails between our legs, coming from France. Soccer shouldn't have even gotten on the plane. Exactly. He shouldn't even been there. He should have been watching from his house. on the TV. Fortnite with Ozil. That's what he should have been doing. It all comes down to the transfer window. And he plays around like that last season. He played around like that last season in January, which cost us. This is exactly what he did. And see, this is where a lot of this started. A lot of this started because we didn't do what we needed to do last January. Players were there, money was there, opportunity. See, we know that the money was there now. In retrospect, let's double back. Retrospect, the money was there. We should have been buying the players that we needed. Y'all heard me all summer. What did I say this summer? I said Rice and Basuma. Get both of them. Why can't we get both of them? Ivan, Tony. We should already have a pre-agreement for that. That should have been nipped in the bud. Nketiah should have been sold. Go get your striker on loan. Y'all remember me saying that beginning of when we were getting close to the end of the transfer window? Hey, just go get somebody on loan, get a decent striker, somebody that we know can score, even if it's a veteran. Zaha could have had him for free. Didn't go back in for him. Look at now he's down. Let's not forget we had Pepe in the team. Terminated his contract. Going on about his business. Our medical staff must be a torture chamber. Yeah. The staff room. Yeah. Arteta is on the verge of erasing another season of our Arsenal supporting lives. Yeah. Yeah. 4 years. Nothing to show for it. 4 years and nothing to show. I'm going to rifle through some of these, y'all. I'm just going to kind of rifle through some of these. I just, it's crazy. It's crazy. And this is something else, too. He needs to come out and say who is his number one goalkeeper this year. He needs to come out and say it. If this gentleman here, if Reyes going to be number one, did you say Reyes number one? We should have all this surrounding and mystery and this cloak and dagger stuff from this manager when it comes to this goalkeeping situation. Reyes number one for right now, and Ramsdale can challenge for the position. I mean, just like this brother said, he just need to get up and say something. I mean, this manager, he creates so many problems for himself. He outsmarts himself. This is why. Let's go back to the Liverpool game last year. Instead of him managing the game properly, it got mismanaged, out of control, cost us the title. What happened tonight? Mismanaged the game. When it was 1-1, he should have been, say it with me, proactive. But what is he? As he's good as gold, reactive. Soon as they scored the second goal, oh, well, I got to go make substitutions now, I reckon. That ain't shit. That is sorry and lazy management. And this manager, I'm telling you, is going to cost us a lot this season. Just get ready for it. Get ready for it. It's going to be pain this season. I've been telling people think I'm crazy. They come over into the chat over there. Oh man, this negative American, this Yank doesn't know what he's talking about. And I'm telling you now, it's getting closer and closer to that bill coming due with this manager. The bill is coming due, Arteta. You are on borrowed time. We have seen this. This is not like let's wait and see what's going to happen. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 years of having to deal with this foolishness from him. And like I told people, don't get your hope. When we beat these teams in the Premier League, these bottom feeding teams, man, stop getting hyped up. When we start beating the cities and the Liverpools and the Chelseas and United's down this year. So I'm not. They're down. They're all over the place right now. So you look at the wins that we have, and you look and you kind of go, oh yeah, you know what? It's phantom wins. Most of those wins are phantom. I mean, Palace scraping by. We've been scraping by all season. Where are the goals coming from? Where are the goals coming from? I mean, these are questions that we find ourselves asking in December, late December. Do we need a striker? You have these discussions. Do we need a fox in the box? Or can we? And we're asking this question. We're sitting right here, just the 3rd of October. So that lets you know that the transfer window was completely mismanaged by one Edu and Mikel Arteta. Once again, another mismanagement. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that we have to go through this over and over and over and over and over. Shout out to brother Mike McArdle. How you doing, brother? Big up, SG. Just subscribe. Hey, appreciate that, my friend. Arteta is not a genius or a prodigy manager, but somehow he's convinced a lot of people. Will the guy ever change his jumper? Let me throw something out there, brother Mike. I played a clip over the summer with my brother. I drew a blank. I got his name in my head. I drew a blank. But Mikel Arteta and Edu sat there. Yorkshire Gunner. That's what it was. I had to think about. I'm like, me and Yorkshire Gunner sat right here. We played a clip. And Edu said in the interview, just see if I got it. Let me see. Do I still have it in here? I think I got. No, I don't have it in here. I don't have it in here. He said in the interview that they sat on the phone for over an hour. This was on the initial call. This is the, hey, are you interested in the job call? And they didn't even talk football. Let that sink in, man. What are you doing calling the manager? You're sitting on the phone, potential manager, and you're sitting on the phone with him for over an hour, and football doesn't even come up. That's what I like to call stuff like that a tone setter. A tone setter. This is not the same club that was at Hybrid. And no, and that's what I lit off with my fan cam with tonight. That's what we not. This is what we knocked the stadium down for. This is what everybody was breaking that neck about this Champions League. Oh man, we got to get back in Champions League. It'll attract this player, it'll attract that player. We'll get this, we'll get that. Bigger fish to fry. It was all in our hands. It was hands and all. It was this and that and over there. It was all over the place. And now, what's going on here, y'all? Let me put this in perspective. A draw and a loss against Sevilla, we're in trouble. And it's back to Thursday nights. And I want to say this because people are going to say, oh, well, we can beat PSV. We play PSV away. Lons comes here. Let me tell you something. If you don't think we're going to drop, we're going to clean sweep, people say, oh, we're going to win it because it's at home. Somebody's going to beat us at home. Or somebody's going to draw us at home in this group. Yeah, and how do you know that? Just off of form. Just look at our form. And this is what I keep trying to bang into people's head. Look at the form. Look at the way we're playing. Look at how we're scraping by. We're scraping by. I mean, scraping by. It's like we are hanging on by a thread in a lot of these games. Lon's manager was a Harry Potter type who schooled Arteta. Yeah, he was, man. He was, brother. DJ Crane, the fact that so many players will sign an extension tells you one thing: Arteta is staying no matter what. And this, let me say something to that too. These extensions, some of these extensions, I am really, really like, But I tell you who has not got an extension, and that is Mikel Arteta. Keep an eye on that. Put a thumbnail right there. Put a thumbnail right there. This is a fact. This manager knew that this player was out of gas. I can't quite tell you the game, but there was a game last year where he was signaling to Arteta about I need to come off, and Arteta was like, "No, you stand out there. You stand out there." And it's reared his head. AB says Matt he couldn't handle Ivan Tony. Whenever he has an issue with a player, he just gets rid of him. Fact. Been saying that too. He does not like players who have a little bit of an ego and who are outspoken. Hates them. He wants somebody that he can dominate over. He wants somebody he can push around and dictate. And because I'm not demonetized, I'm not monetized, I'll go ahead and say it. He's an asshole. Arteta is an asshole with players of high quality or high regard. And that's the bottom line. He's an asshole. And it comes through with the way he treats the players like soccer. And it comes through when players who are on form, he just pulls them out for no reason. Out at West Ham, 7 defeats in Premier League, out of the FA Cup. We are doomed. Yep, this Sunday we won't be wearing kits. No point. Them boys are already gonna make it hard to see. Yeah, it's gonna be rough, man. It's going to be rough. Question, Matt. Why do Arsenal players look ready for? Why do Arsenal players never look ready to fight for the win? They look ill-disciplined, and apparently they are prepared. And apparently they are prepared during training. Let me say something about these players. This is one of the things that I brought up too is let's look at the way we started games last year. I don't care where it was. We were front footing it wherever we went. Wherever we were playing, whoever we were playing, wherever we were at. It was front foot. It was bang, bang, bang. So let's go back to the game tonight. Jesus scores the goal. What do? We go right back into a shell. Shout out to Gary if you're watching, brother. I hadn't forgot about you. But brother Gary, DWTT, hates this when we go into the defensive Philly shell. We go right into a defensive shell. And guess what happened? Boom, boom. We end up losing the game. Lack of identity again. It's almost like, if you really want my real opinion, it's almost like he just took the team over again. Like with that season, remember that season when he came in and he was trying to figure out what he wanted to do, what's the philosophy and all this stuff. We're right back there again. Right back there again. Yeah, that fella, we need to look at that fella. I'll say, that fella there, man, I think he's only 20 as well. Y'all put a thumbtack in that. I'm starting to. I'm telling you, I'm starting to think some of these players aren't going to be buying into him much longer. The spot on, Matt. Declan Rice was furious, and Fabio looked bewildered on the bench. Yeah. Well, see, you have to ask that question because this is. I hate I was not on the show this weekend with Lee and Ola because I wanted to ask that question. Why was he pulled from that game? Why was he pulled? Was he really hurt, or is that just PR from the club? The only thing is Arteta's best is his excuse. He's already got one for Sunday, and now soccer is. Oh yeah, this manager, man. You just wait. Injuries have piled up in X, Y, and Z. That's why you go out and buy quality players for when it gets rough. Yeah, Ola 45. Still, brother Ola, if you watching, man, brother, I need to be drinking what you drinking, bro. Because that 45, man, I would have never known. My mom is from Ipswich Town, and she said to me tonight, Ipswich is more entertaining than watching Arsenal. Yeah, man. We've lost our attacking identity. We have lost our attacking identity. I'm gonna kind of try to run through some of these here fellas. Yeah, I think that we're in a dark time right now. I think we're heading into a dark time. Anthony Burton says if soccer keeps going at this pace, he will be done by 30. Brother, 30. Man, it's 25, 26. I mean, right now he's on pace for Jack Wilshere settings, man. Jack Wilshere. I think he's going to end up Jack Wilshere, Thomas Rosicky. It's one of the two. At the rate we're going to run him right into the ground. And that's bad, man, because we have really soccer is like on that cusp. You know, he's right on that cusp of world class. He hadn't quite got over the hump yet, but he's like right there on it. And this man just mess right around with this fool, and he'll end this man's career. And next thing you know, we'll be selling him down at a Luton town for $12 million. And everybody will wonder what happened. This manager does not know how to handle high-profile players at all. At all. You know, this manager wants players that he can tower over and dictate to. And he likes to bully. He's a bully. He's a bully. You know, pushes him around. He just do what I want you to do. And if you don't want to do it, you can go to the bench. And you got players in the team that kiss ass like Nketiah, and they can over and over and over. Havertz over and over and over. When we look at Pepe, because he was one that got the Arteta effect ruined him, and he never developed him. That's what makes me so mad when I think about Pepe. He never developed. See, the key ingredient to a manager is that manager sees something in a player and he develops. He pulls it out. Let's look at Arsene Wenger, man. Arsene Wenger was notorious for finding stuff and putting out. He made some foolish decisions too, but he was also able to find players and pull things out of that player and help them become a great player. How many players has Mikel Arteta turned from good to great? I'll wait. Find them. You're not going to find them. This man had done anything. Martin Odegaard had already applied his trade over at Real Sociedad, and it was over at Real Madrid. It's just a matter of he needed game time. If you think Mikel Arteta's got this out of him, you crazy. Emil Smith-Rowe came in and saved his career. How did he think him? Martinelli has basically came up on his own, and he was not a player that Arteta went out and bought. I think I'm correct in saying that, if I can remember. It's been a while since he's been here, but basically, most of these players have brought themselves up. People are, looking at. I'm hearing people going, Declan Rice. And this manager has yet to provide Declan Rice with what he needs for him to actually succeed at the level that he can perform at. I mean, we started the season, and let's not forget Partey was playing right back. That's why quite frankly, I don't even want to see him this weekend because he'll probably play him at right back. We'll go right back to what we were doing. And that's how I'm going to start referring to it. Right back. He'll put him right back, and we'll go right back to the same old stupidity. And that in itself, at the beginning of the season, should have shown everybody what was coming down. How clueless this man was with that lineup. Let's go look at the lineup, y'all. People forget because we won a couple of games now. But go back and look at that lineup at the beginning of the season and at the end of last season. And look at it. This manager is not the man for the job. And it's a reality that a lot of Arsenal fans are going to come to at the end of this season. Liverpool are strengthening, and when that January transfer window opens, this is what I expect. This is why people are laughing at City. I hate when they end up losing games like this in a row. Because what happens is it raises the eye of Pep. And then Pep starts to formulate a list. And when January comes, he's going to go out and get players to fix the situation. Well, Kevin De Bruyne is hurt. He's out. He might be out for the year. He'll go find a replacement in the transfer window in January. He'll go out and fix whatever needs to get fixed. Liverpool. I mean, remember they bought Gakpo in January. Y'all forget? Yep. Did we forget that? They bought Gakpo in January. The other boy, Noodles. They go out and buy what they need to get to buy, so they're ready to go, and everything else is just basically icing on the cake. What do? We go buy a striker who hadn't scored goal, 3 goals in so many years, whatever it is, and then we hype him up. This is gonna be a rough season, man. This is gonna be a rough season. I'm just trying to prepare people and tell y'all under the sound of my voice, it's going to be rough. And as I'm looking down this calendar, I'm over here scrolling down this calendar. And I'm here to tell you, I don't see where the separation is gonna come this year. And it just seems like we just go right into, we can go into January, man, and it's just like we haven't even played Newcastle yet. We hadn't even played some of these teams that's gonna cause us some major trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, I'm looking at November now. West Ham, Newcastle, Sevilla. We could really be in some deep doo-doo by the middle of November, like Warren stated. Like my boy Warren's team talk, like he said, November, deep doo-doo. Deep doo-doo. Deep doo-doo. Ladies and gentlemen, I really don't. It's just I don't know where the solace is gonna come from, and I'm just praying to the good Lord on high that Bukayo Saka is good to go, and he's maybe a month. That's minimum, but I got a feeling we're gonna get the three piece, 3 to 6 months. Because when his hand went up that leg, and I'm here to tell you, when he hit the ground, this is what went through my head. I was praying it wasn't Achilles. Because, Achilles is basically the pain rises up the leg, up to the thigh. It rises up. And I was hoping that that's not what it is. And it was basically, he just kind of sat down like, boom, that was it. They say he tried to back heel, and I was like, when I see back heel, that was kind of a red flag to me. And I'm hoping that's not the case. And usually, if it does come out, and it's just me speculating that if it's an Achilles injury or whatever, that's wear and tear. That's usually how you get that, wear and tear. And this team and this manager are going to be screwed, and it's basically down to him because he went out and he at least said at the beginning of the season he was going down his Havertz heel, and this is the Havertz heel. This is it. So I hope that there is no chance that they come back and say, "Oh, he's a 40% chance of playing Sunday." I don't want him to play. He needs to sit down and rest. That's a massive if. But like I said, it's probably 3 to 6 months. But I don't get that 3-piece special. This manager in this football club is getting ready to go through some dark times. Based off of what I've seen, and people can get on me, they can jump in the chat there. They can go, "Oh well, man, we hadn't lost any games in the league, and we're undefeated, and you're overreacting, and oh man, and just go back and look at how we finished last season, and then add this season to that, and you'll see there's really not much of a difference. Not much of a difference. We're still short in the goal scoring department. Defensively, we loaned out our top left back. Zinchenko still can't defend. Odegaard went missing tonight. Signed a new deal. When we need Odegaard to put the hammer down, the captain of the team, what does he do? Havertz is hiding all over the place. Jesus is doing the best he can, but Jesus is basically a winger, not an out and out goal scorer. Trossard out of form. Saka injured. Reece Nielsen is Reece Nielsen. Emma Smith Rowe gets thrown to the Wolves again. Why does this manager keep doing that to him? Has anybody noticed that? Has anybody noticed that every time he comes on, it's like he's got to try to save the day, almost. This manager just throws it. I mean, he got a tattoo last summer that said "Trust the process." And I wonder if he, what was he thinking? What was he thinking? There are some players in this team that just need to look at it and go, you know what? Just terminate the contract. I'll move on. And certain players are going to start looking at this manager when he comes to them and say, hey, man, you want to re-sign this contract? People are going to start assessing up under this manager. Do I really want to do that? If he ends up staying. Do I really want to do that? And if the regime ends up bringing this manager back, that says all you need to know about the Crockies. All you need to know about the Crockies. Well, I didn't want to hop on here too long tonight, y'all. Like I said, I just wanted to come out, vent, man. I was really upset, man, and frustrated with this game tonight. It's just the whole thing about this game tonight was scandalous. Absolutely scandalous. Roxy Ward, how you doing? Arteta out. I've been saying since he first got this job and finished 8th. Enough is enough. Get Havertz out of my club too. He shit canned Matteo Guendouzi, and I'll never forgive him. Yeah, Arsenal had a gem of a player. He was a future star. Arsenal bent him like he was nothing. Yep. I hope I'm wrong, but I think he'll be done for the season. I'm thinking 3 to 6 months, man, which would basically be the season. The squad is physically weak in a physical league. How can Arsenal impose themselves on the game, on any game, unless we are allowed to play without resistance from our opponents, and we are going to have a hard time. Yeah, let me say this: a lot of teams figured us out. A lot of teams have figured us out, and Arteta can't see that. Can't see it. A lot of teams have figured us out. Novice manager, novice results. No, the depth of the squad is the manager's fault. Case in point. And that is the root cause. Pablo Frescobar, what has Havertz done better than Pepe? Not a thing. Not a thing. And we're going to leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you for joining me tonight. Also, thank you for getting your brother to 1K. That definitely means a lot to me, man. And I'm actually going to be with Tony's going to be on this week, Thursday. We're going to have the 2 henchmen here on my channel. We'll be getting that lined up. And also going to try to reach out to a couple of fellow YouTubers and see if I can get some people on. I got one person in mind. And if he's available, we can get this thing lined up. We'll try to get it on next week. So that'll be that. But definitely going to be trying to do a few more things. The schedule is starting to ease up a little bit. It's that time of the year when it starts to get a little bit cooler. So I don't have to travel as much or work as much outside. But schedule is going to open up a little bit, so I'll be able to do a few things. So when I get the chance, I'll do more videos like this. I know people like get more content. I'm going to try to do a few things. But that is pretty much about it on this end. Like I said, Saturday. Excuse me, I keep saying that shit. Sunday. Excuse me. Mad to get tired. Sunday, I will be over with Lee, doing the watch along, and I have the popcorn right here ready to go. So Ladies and gentlemen, want to say thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I hope everyone has a blessed night, blessed morning, and a blessed afternoon wherever you are. I'm Matt. I'm out. Peace.